Another card talk time. Another card talk time. So this past weekend was Easter weekend. All right. So this past weekend, I went out with some friends. I got to meet up with a lot of my clients here in the Michigan area. So I'm an online coach. So I don't meet up with my clients on the regular, like how I used to. Okay. I have clients all around the world, literally all around the world. But, in Michigan, I've started to link up with some of my clients and let them get like one-on-one interaction with me, because in the future I got big things planned. I got people, I got a vision where I got all my clients from around the world to come see me in person, see the guy that really is helping them, change their lives. But, we'll get to that when we get to that. That's not the whole purpose of today's message, okay? The purpose of today's message is this, okay? Seek, okay? Progression, not perfection. Okay. Now, why is that? Right? Why is that? Why should we seek progression and not perfection, George? I thought perfection is something that we should strive for. The reason why you never want to seek for perfection is because, first, it's absolutely unattainable. You won't have the perfect lighting. You won't have the perfect topic. You won't have the perfect workout plan. You won't have the perfect, gym fit on. You won't have the perfect whatever. Nothing will be perfect. Nothing. You know why nothing will be perfect? Because you are not perfect. You are not him. So you cannot be perfect. So you should not seek for something or try to attain something that is not possible. Look, I know a lot of guys say, I remember Kobe Bryant once said, I seek perfection because I knew that others wouldn't strive for it. So I knew that if I seeked perfection, I would eventually surpass everybody else. And I definitely agree with that quote. But that doesn't apply to you. You want to know why that doesn't apply to you? Because Kobe Bryant was first real enough to understand that he could never be perfect. All right. And Kobe Bryant, before he made that quote, right, was always taking raw action. Right? He just started, he picked up the ball and he kept on practicing. He knew exactly what he wanted, right? He knew exactly, what he wanted to achieve. You are different. All right. You're different. You cannot be trying to seek perfection, because perfection in disguise is procrastination. Kobe Bryant never procrastinated. You do. Right. And since you procrastinate and push things back, these things never get done. I noticed something when I was always procrastinating, and sometimes I still procrastinate with shit. The price of procrastination is the life that you could have lived, yes. But also the price of procrastination is this. When you procrastinate so much, in the back of your mind, you're supposed to be doing something, right? You're supposed to have did X. Let's say it's track your food. You should have tracked your food. But since you didn't, right, it's on the back of your mind. So now when you go to work, right, instead of you focusing in on work, you're thinking to yourself, oh, damn, I got to track that food. Shit, I got to still get those steps in. And it's always a reoccurring thing in the back of your mind, and you can never be present to the current moment. All because you procrastinated. You knew you were supposed to pay that bill a long time ago, but you held that money, and now it's eating at the back of your mind the whole time. And is holding that money that you have to spend anyway, and that you will spend anyway, worth the headache and the anxiety that comes with holding it. Right? No, it's not. So you guys have to get to a point, all right? You guys have to get to a literal point where you have to just take raw action towards the things that you want. If you want to shoot that content, right? If you want to start that business, if you want to get in the best fucking shape of your life, don't wait until you go, until you get the perfect plan. Don't wait until you have all the supplements. See, I'll tell you what a lot of people do. This perfect fitness analogy, okay? When someone wants to do something, like fitness-wise, they want to lose some weight. Exactly, okay? This is exactly what they do. When they've told themselves, I don't even want to say committed to, but when they've told themselves that they wanted to lose weight, or gain muscle, the first thing that they do is they buy a whole bunch of supplements. Oh, I need the best supplements. What are the best supplements? The best supplements. And they're so focused and hyper fixated on the supplements. So then they buy all these supplements. Okay, I got the supplements now. Now I just need the plan. So then they go on Google and they start looking for hours about this plan, right? Okay, now they got the plan, and then they're like, "Oh well, I have to go find something to eat." And you see how they're pushing things back, and then what ends up happening is they have the plan, they have these where are they? These supplements, and they have this food that they're going to eat, but they still never take action. Why? Because they did all those minute things to make them feel better and make it seem like they tried, but they ultimately never tried. They did everything but the main thing that they needed to do was to get up and go to the gym. So if like you want to lose that weight, okay, there's a thing called stimulus and response. You have the stimulus in your head. Okay, I want to do X. The amount of time that it takes you to go from stimulus to response, aka action, is everything that you need. It's 100% needed. It's 100% critical. Why? Because the longer that you stay in stimulus, right? This idea, I call that an idea. The longer that you stay in stimulus / idea, okay, the higher chance of you not taking any action. You know why? Because when you stay in stimulus for too long, right, you start overthinking. That's the price of overthinkers. They overthink, that they begin to talk themselves out of doing the things that they said that they wanted to do. And how do I know that? Because I'm an overthinker. Oh, what if I post this video and it doesn't hit the way that I want it to hit? What if the lighting is not good? I want it to be perfect. And I would go back and forth with myself so much. But you know why I did that? Because I wanted to not take any action. Because taking action, all right, requires energy. And I wanted to conserve my energy. I didn't want to waste my time. Okay? But you have to understand this. Time is going to pass anyway. So what are you going to do with that time? And you're going to use that time doing something. You can use that time being productive and chasing your goals and chasing your aspirations, or you can use that time to validate certain excuses that you have on why you didn't achieve the goal that you wanted to achieve. That's what it comes down to. Right? And I see it all the time. And I know that I see it all the time. And I know that this is something that's plaguing a lot of us because it plagues me. Look, the internet is absolutely a great place. It is. It's a great place. You can go on the internet and you can look up anything that you want to. Anything. And literally, if you apply anything that you find on the internet, you can see results from it. But the downfall of the internet? The downfall of the internet is this. There is so much information and there's so much contradicting information, right, on certain things that it actually paralyzes you from actually taking action. The cost of overthinking is lack of action. Lack of action. When you have too much information and you overthink too much, you're going to lack in action. It happens every time. So what do you have to do? Stop thinking so much and get to action. Look, a mentor once said this, right? We don't have an information problem. You can literally go on Google, right, and look up anything that you want about weight loss and it will help you. You can hit the link in the bio or the link in my video description, and you can book a call with me, make me as your coach, and you'll have everything that you need to achieve fat loss. So it's not a lack of information it's not a lack of information. It's really a lack of implementation. It's a lack of implementation. You don't take enough action day to day to get the outcome that you want. The only difference between successful people, right, and non-successful people, from what I see from mentors, successful people who make 6-7 figures a month, and have, and are ripped and jacked, versus people that aren't making the money that they want and aren't in shape, is simply one thing. One person takes a lot of action and the other person doesn't. Successful people hop on shit a lot faster than unsuccessful people. Unsuccessful people are thinking too much, right? Now, I'm not saying don't think at all. Okay, don't be stupid, right? But think about it. If it benefits you and it aligns with what you want, then take the risk and do it. That's simple. As long as it doesn't break the bank on you and you won't be homeless after you make the investment, then fucking do it. But a lot of you guys are like, well, everything has to be perfect. What if it doesn't work out for me? Look, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. Nothing really works out for you. You have to work for it. I'm going to say that one more time. Nothing really works out for you, okay, or works with you. You have to work for it. You cannot conveniently get in shape. You have to work towards getting in shape. Listen to what I just said again. You do not conveniently get in great shape. And you don't find a plan that works for you. You work towards the goals and you work with the plan and make it happen. And that's a mindset shift. That is something that you guys are truly not grasping and understanding, because you've been told so much, everything has to, be on my time, convenience, blah, blah, blah. And that's what's keeping you where you at. You have to work for the shit. Right? And I had to find that out the hard way. I was going to the gym and I'm like, man, that plan might not work for me. I might be too busy for that. But it wasn't until I convinced myself mentally, physically, and spiritually that I'm going to do whatever it takes to get in shape that I got in shape. I had to work towards getting in shape. It didn't come to me. I didn't have a plan that worked within my schedule. And no, I made the shit work. Now, yeah, it's great if you have a workout plan that works within your schedule. Some of you guys can have a fucking plan that's perfect for you and you still shit the bed. Why do you still shit the bed? Because you're so focused on it working out for you that you totally neglect that you have to work for it. And you are so lacking in action, right? That you want to get all this information, right? You want to get all this information to overthink, and then be like, well, I'm not going to do anything. This is too much. See, me, I know this because I used to be that way. And again, I still do that sometimes, right? But when I catch myself doing that, right? I stop myself and I say, okay, look. Does this shit make sense? Is it aligned with what I want to do? Do I have the financial capacity to do it? I'm not talking about I'm trying to save some money, right? Oh, does it fit within my budget? All that kind of shit. I'm like, okay, do I got the money? Yes. Okay. Will it make sense? Yes. Okay, cool. Let's do it. I don't take any time to really think about it. Y'all are quicker to go to the club and spend hundreds and thousands of dollars going to the clubs, getting fucked up, eating food. You'll think about that mindlessly and give up all your money doing that. But when it's time to invest into yourself, it's all this thinking. And the reason why you overthink when it comes to investing into yourself is because you don't fucking trust in yourself. You don't have confidence that you can pull it off, right? And a lot of men, right? They'll be like, well, no, I got confidence. Look, bro, there's a difference between having confidence in knowing that you can go to work. It's a difference in confidence when you know that you're confident that you can be the right type of dad for your kid. It's a different type of confidence that you know that you can walk up to a girl and talk to her. The confidence that I'm talking about is the confidence of knowing that I want this goal. I'm willing to invest into this goal. And if I invest, I'm going to pull this shit off. That's a whole different type of level of confidence. That's a whole different level of confidence, because that type of confidence means you show up every day. You're confident and you're so comfortable within yourself that if you receive accountability and possible criticism, you won't fold. That's the type of confidence I'm talking about. Confidence that if you got slapped with a blueprint, you could pull that shit off. Some of you guys don't have that confidence because it requires you to show up every single day. And since you guys have never showed up every single day, you give yourself false confidence. Oh no, I can do that, but just work. Bro, you're never going to not be working. If you have to say, I can pull this off, but just work, then you don't believe you can pull it off. Because you know at one point work is going to get hectic and you're going to shit the bed and not go to the gym. That's not confidence. That's not confidence. Okay? So don't seek the perfection. Don't seek the perfect plan, right? Just seek to start, and then as you begin to take action, you'll see what works and what doesn't. Right? Now that's a longer path. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's gonna take a long time. But see what works and see what doesn't, and just keep on taking action. Just keep on taking action. Okay? You can't think your way into a positive and better life. You have to act your way into a position that you want. That's the only way you can do it. All right? So stop seeking perfection. Okay? Stop seeking perfection and seek progression. Take raw action today. If you want to go to the gym, start right now. Go to the gym right this second. Don't wait. Be like, I don't got a plan. I don't have a membership. Get a membership right now. Get in the gym and just walk on a treadmill for an hour. Okay? You'll feel so fulfilled that you just took action that you'll be vibing high. Okay? You want to start content creation? Just post that first video today. It will suck, but you're going to still post it anyway. Okay? If you want to start YouTube, just start that video today. Do not wait any longer. You don't need perfect lighting. You don't need perfect cameras. What you want to highlight, you want to highlight even more that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Okay? So just take your phone out. Just take your phone out like this, right? Go like this and just record on YouTube. You have everything that you need to start. But the only thing that you're missing is the action. Let's get it.